Alrighty, guys. Today we're at the table, and we are going to talk about becoming a podcast to a network with the newest network that just happened the other day. And today at the table,
What's up?
man?
I'm Brandon here at the Variety Sports Network now. Yeah, CEO,
Yeah,
runner the whole fun thing. That's what it's become.
how does that feel?
A little nerve wracking. I won't lie. It's been a lot and it's been fun, but it's been a lot of work, and I'm still putting work in every single day.
Now is that going to be your logo to stay right there? The red, blue, and yellow.
I think so. We have a couple different ones. So we have one that's it's black VSN, and then it has the color.
I didn't see that one. The one that I stole off your Twitter page had the all the Google and all the Facebook, so I didn't want to steal that one.
Oh, that's fine. No, we have a couple different ones, but this is probably going to be our main one. Main one that we stick with. You know, we chose the colors. Being based in St. Louis, it fit with the whole color scheme of St. Louis and what's going on. So with the
yellow?
red and yellow is the Blues, but it's also part of the Cardinals. But it's also in the St. Louis City flag. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That threw me off because I know the Blues are blue, obviously, and the Cardinals are red. And I was thinking maybe Battlehawks are going to be yellow. I don't know.
No, well, they are going to be, unless they change their colors. I'm pretty sure they're going to stick with the red, blue, and black. I believe it was mostly just red and white, red and blue, or blue and white, somewhere around there.
I wasn't sure if you ran on a little secret there or not.
Not yet.
Getting early jump.
Not yet.
So how long did this transition take? Or when did you start? What did you start with? Let's go over the whole history.
So we started back in 2020. Just me and two guys, two of my buddies, Jordan and Dylan, who we started it out as like a podcast, basically to talk about our fantasy football league that we started up. From there, just kind of weird, just. You can only talk about fantasy football for so long and so much of the year, and we kind of wanted to do more and talk more than just fantasy football. So I was in my gym one day, at school, and I was like, what? I was like, what if we change the name? What if we change it to the Variety Sports Podcast, and we can have like different episodes and different like series, basically, of different shows, and just that's kind of where it went from there, and stuck to that name, and it was just the three of us doing it for the most part for a solid year. We'd have times where we'd throw out 3 shows a week, but then we'd have times where we wouldn't drop anything for months at a time. So it's like, this is like, if we want this to be bigger, we gotta do something else. And
so you started out with the fantasy football, which is called what now?
It's the Armchair Fantasy Football League.
Yeah, are you still going to run that in the network?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are still doing
it's going to be part of the network.
So that is okay. So that is like a friends fantasy football league.
Pretty much. We have 2 divisions of 10 teams. So we have the AFFL Central and the AFFL North. So both of those 2 divisions, it's 10 teams. We just kind of run it. We got big trophies. We do live drafts and everything else during the year. So it's a pretty fun time. But that's basically what it started out as.
Are you guys gonna be able to run that on because of Stream? You run StreamYard, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, are you guys gonna be able to run all 10 on here? And do the live draft right on the stream?
Might try to do the live draft on the stream. We'll see. Yeah. We talked about doing stuff. I mean, the live draft was one of the big things for us, and like I said, we do things a little different. I mean, we do have a buy-in, but we give out trophies and stuff at the end of the year. We give out a toilet seat for the last place.
We have
person. So
we have the just started wearing like the said last place little banner you wear over your shoulder, and you have to wear that all throughout the whole draft.
Oh.
So I got a kick out. That just started a couple years, or I think last year maybe.
Yeah.
But because we didn't get together the year before that, obviously because of the whole COVID thing.
Right.
But yeah, we got the little banners as last place guy, and it's
awesome.
It's funny. So you guys have a trophy too.
Yeah, we have a 6-pound WWE style belt for both divisions for the champion at the end of the playoffs, and then we also do a division title trophy.
So you have like an intercontinental belt, and then a U.S. belt, and then the main heavyweight belt.
It's no, well, kind not. I guess kind of, yeah.
I was just trying to put things in perspective, like per division. You said you get your own belts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So we went from there.
We were talking about. I would have brought the belts and all the trophies and stuff, and when could have.
Oh, do you own them right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're downstairs with all the stuff right now because about a month away from our draft or so, a month and a couple weeks. So
pull them out, get the dust off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys do the draft, and then what was your second series? Because after football, did you go baseball, hockey, or?
So what was our second series? It's been so long. Have to look. Hey, nuh-uh.
Oh, the dogs are back again.
Yeah. Like
mine's over there too.
They're still shooting off fireworks around here, so they're a little
shooting off fireworks in the middle of the day.
In the middle of the day, yeah.
People are already that good to go, huh?
Yeah. So we started out. We did a little thing, just a little intro thing, and I actually started up my own little interview thing called Convos with the Commish. It was basically our second series. So that was me inviting some of our league members on to talk about their season, basically at the end of the season. I did 3 or 4 of them, I think, is what it was. Did four total of those, and it was something I wanted to start back up because it was fun. I enjoyed talking to everybody, and basically that's what it started. And then our third series was basically what started the whole variety sports thing. It was just we called it all around sports, which is basically just talking about sports, everything and everything and anything.
So you went from, I've been trying to figure that out too, how to do like a fantasy football draft, like with podcasters only. And like every Wednesday you come on, talk about why you picked up this guy, why you picked up that guy. It's like a full round table. I thought that would be a neat idea. Just something totally different. But it's so hard to figure that all out.
Oh yeah.
It really is. Because some people run their shows on Wednesdays. Some people, might not have picked up anybody, might not show up.
Right.
It's just like all sports.
Right.
So then we went on from. So when did you become the variety? When, like, how many shows before you had together did you say, maybe we should change this?
I think we were at like 12 shows total when we were like, hey, we should probably look at changing it to the Variety Sports podcast.
Oh no! Like, were you the Variety Sports the whole time?
Oh no! We started as the AFFL podcast, and then changed it to the Variety Sports. Was Variety? We called it the Variety, and it was a sports. It wasn't even the Variety Sports. It was just the Variety, and it was a sports podcast station. Okay, that's what we called it originally to start, and obviously it's developed into the Variety Sports Network now.
I remember the first time I talked to you too. I said, "Why aren't you guys a network?" I mean, that was my first question because you had, I think, the 7th inning stretch, the 5-hole, your fantasy football talk, which wasn't really posted in the group. Right. That group has helped learn a lot about a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
I take it you started that group too.
The one in Twitter.
Variety. Because I saw we're both in the other one too.
I don't think I linked or talked to I think it was Windy City Digits. And, we're talking about getting together and I think you were part of that conversation at first, like getting together as like a round table, and that's basically how that group started.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah. The first group. I don't know about the second one. The
I just
sports
got put into
content.
that second one, Hulse or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just got put into that one, so I'm still
Gotcha.
learning that one. But it looks
Yeah,
like it's
that one's a lot.
Is
You're
it?
supposed to retweet like everything that comes you're into that group, and it's a lot.
I have so much trouble reposting polls and stuff. I really do.
Yeah.
I wish there was a button just to click retweet on retweet
Right.
retweet on everything. It'd be so much easier. So
but yeah.
What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be running all 12 programs, or are you going to do like obviously the fantasy football seasonal one, unless you know, go year round with it, which there is a lot of people still talking fantasy football.
Well, yeah, fantasy football's a year-long talk. We actually have 2 guys now that are covering fantasy football for us, which is awesome. The Fantasy Frontline is the show that they're going to be running for us. So I don't have to worry about any of that. I'm just basically the guy that gets it all going and pushes everything out. And
I was going to ask that was my next question. Like, are you able to just reach out and not worry about your shows going off, or how is that working out for you? Are you being able to relax a little bit more, knowing you don't have to do a show? You're just sort of making sure it's being recorded and played at the same time, or
right? Yeah. So. Yeah, pretty much. It does help not knowing, I've bought a pretty good guys and girls that I'm able to trust them with running this stuff and what they're bringing to the table and everything. It's really nice to have that kind of team. And because I actually in talks with a couple different places to get going. I know we already have it's a lot, and I don't have to worry about. That's the biggest thing is I don't have to worry about running the shows unless I want to.
Well, I mean, I don't know how do you have all the admin and going now too? Because I know the last time we talked, you were in charge of all the email update.
That's all me still.
That's all you still. You didn't give away the house and the key yet, huh?
No, I haven't. not completely. Not completely. We don't make a lot of money off of anything yet. So
right.
Maybe once it gets to that point, we can start rolling out some funds to get things going, which we've started. It's just a very slow process. Very slow process.
But you're off to a good start from what it looks like. I mean, you guys. I mean, apparently, you have a guy in Baltimore, I believe you said.
We have a guy in Pennsylvania. We have
by me or on the other side of the state.
I don't know exactly where. I think he's closer to Ohio.
That could be okay. Well, he's on the western side then.
Yeah. We have a guy from Sweden. Both of those guys do our NASCAR stuff for us with the Sunday Drivers show. And then we have
how they do yesterday on that dirt track. That dirt track that really
yeah.
Well, I played my DFS really bad.
They were Road America yesterday. So they were one of the road courses, I think.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about though, like the dirt. What else is there? So we have so both those guys do that. Most of the guys are from the St. Louis area. We do have a guy from Minnesota now, who's covering like.
Oh, you did get him
for us. Yeah, Skull Hype.
You were talking about you were in talks with him. Not sure what's going on.
We did, but cool. Yeah, got him, and then there's another guy.
Is he going to be covering all Minnesota or just the Vikings?
Just the Vikings, I believe.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if he was that good in the Wild and the Twins.
Mm-hmm. He's been reaching out.
I guess you could say the Gophers.
We do have a college football guy now, which he's from the St. Louis area also. So I'm really excited to see what he's gonna do. Is it
just going to be St. Louis or like what would that be? Big 12?
It'd be all college football. I don't know how he's gonna break it up yet, but quit growling.
I'm gonna ask. Like, there's a lot of coverage whenever you're in the middle, though. I guess you get a full look at everything.
Right, because we have several teams, and we have a few Big 10 teams, a few Big 12, SEC with Mizzou being there, and there's a lot of big conferences just in our area. We have Northwestern and Illinois, and then you have Kansas State, Iowa, and then Mizzou. Kentucky's not that far away. Indiana's, there's a lot of big college names.
I guess Louisville's not that far away either.
Louisville's not that way. It's a couple hours. So, but yeah, that's supposed to be coming soon. The Viking show is supposed to be starting up soon. Hopefully, I don't know what else is coming. We have a guy possibly starting to write articles and stuff for us too. So that's going to be a big.
So you're going to be in on the Bleacher Report, or are you? I take it you have a website, right?
I do have a website now. It's not a big thing, but it's on Podpage.
Okay.
So it's a Podpage. I actually have it pulled up right here. Podpage. So
whatever you clicked, you just blanked out on. You just blanked out on every word you said, Brent. Whenever you clicked on the computer right there, you blanked out on every word you said.
No, so it's a Podpage, and then you'd search the Variety Sports Network, and it's our link tree that we have posted on our Facebook and our Twitter, and I think is it on our Instagram now too.
Oh, you got Instagram now too.
We did it. Yeah, we just started that up the other day.
Any TikTok for the dances?
No TikTok for dances.
No variety dances from all you guys.
No, but if we do venture to the TikTok world, it's gonna just be like clips of the shows and stuff like that.
So
little hot takes.
So I know on my StreamYard, I only have up to 9 brands. Now, did you open up another StreamYard for 12?
Not yet.
Did you have 12 series?
Just kind of
run under the same.
Yeah. So like our 7th inning stretch guys and Cardinal Chronicles guys run under the same one. And then we have just a few others right now because not all of our shows are up and running. Like not all of them are going right now. So what'll be nice is like the hockey one for generals. It's not going to be as busy as it would be probably during the regular season. So we're probably going to make the shift more towards the college football, NFL side of things. Probably here shortly, like the fantasy football stuff. Obviously, baseball's going to be a big one too to finish out the year. So,
can't wait to hear your college guy break down the big move yesterday in the Big Ten, huh?
I know. I was very, very surprised to see UCLA and USC like, hey, the Pac-12 basically.
I was in shock. I didn't even realize it was happening until I saw it. Like
me either.
I was posted in the group, and I thought it was a joke until I actually looked it up, and I was like,
right.
So now, like the big talk is what is going on with Notre Dame?
Yeah,
because everyone's like Notre Dame better get into a conference soon.
Yeah, and I don't know why they aren't. I mean, I don't know why they don't jump in with USC. Yeah, it's just football. Yeah,
like they're in a conference. Like they're in the ACC for basketball, I think, right?
I think so. They have like some kind of weird contract with the ACC in football, though.
Oh, do they?
There's some kind of weird thing where they play like a few teams out of the ACC, which it's like I don't know, non-affiliate of the ACC, but they're in. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. That's
why you're the CEO. You're not the coverage of your college football.
Right.
Now, are you going to be doing any shows with the guys? Or are you still going to stay on your show? Or
yeah, I jump in whenever I can. I jump into different things.
Or are you banishing?
No, I like to be active and keep things going and keep things fresh moving. You know, my mind's always thinking. Like I thought of a new show yesterday while I was in the car driving. I was like, oh, what if we did like the history of, and it would be like the history of ... and it'd be like the 86 something like.
So we're probably like on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Like someone was bringing up a topic yesterday. And they were like, well, why don't you cover like the World Series of the 02 team, the Yankees of 02, and it became like a whole thought process. Like, do I really want to take on another show by myself?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because then you want to bring in guests and you want to, and it gets to be a lot.
Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, that's like my biggest thing was when we kept like adding shows and we were like kept bringing up new things and new ideas and even not even just shows, but like the content and dropping like power rankings and all this other stuff that we do. Sometimes too, it's like I gotta find somebody to help, like to do
Right,
some of
like
this
you
stuff
need a
too.
secretary.
Yeah, something.
Like
Uh,
even to fill out these banners that that you can do on StreamYard. It'd be
right,
so nice to have someone come in the back office and just go, "Oh yeah, you mistyped this, you mistyped that,"
right,
blah blah. And they're
right.
like, "Hey, we found this information, so we typed it up for you. You just click
Hmm.
it and it will show up." I
Yeah.
I get
So
it.
we started, or I started at least a new graphic content thing yesterday, day before, and it
Your
was just
wife's probably ready to
basically.
kill you.
Yeah, sometimes. But I know she asked me a question the other night. She's like, "What do you really want to do?" I was like, "I'm already kind of doing it. Like this is what I wanted. Like I would absolutely love to run something and be like the big dog of a big sports network like this."
I don't know if I want to be the big dog, but I want to be the guy that enjoys doing his
Yeah,
work.
yeah, right.
Like right now, this is just enjoyable.
Hmm.
It's not fully blown out. I still have a job.
Right.
So it's not like making me stay home,
Hmm.
but at the same time, I know where I'd rather be.
Right.
Like I'd rather have these things on and be able to talk to people
Hmm.
and not like a telemarketer either.
No. Yeah. No. Uh,
You
uh,
know, like
but I
reaching out
enjoy.
and just
Yeah. It's basically the same thing. I enjoy. You know, all the people that that I've meet so far and talk to, even like the people that are part of it, and even guys like you and some of the others. It's like this is cool. Like it would be really awesome at some point for it all just to come together and be like, hey, let's just have one big thing.
like a big Roku channel.
Yeah, kind of something like that.
Kind
Yeah.
of like Let's Talk Sports just started.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know who was telling me I had Boykins on the show on Friday,
Hmm.
and he was telling me that they just started a massive Roku channel.
You can do that.
I guess so. I don't know. But Dan of Let's Talk Sports is really good, and
Yeah.
he has he has some kind of
I know he has some kind of disability. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so I mean everything that guy does is just tremendous,
Hmm.
and and now that I just found out they got a Roku channel, I don't know if it's released yet or if I just did it. But I mean that would be the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
But then the hardest part would be setting up times and
Right.
dates.
Right.
Like, hey, if you're not there, your show's going to be blank.
Mm-hmm. And then
So, I mean,
nothing's going to be there. Yeah.
Right, and that does not look good for me. And then I have to play a rerun, kind of like Seinfeld or something.
Right. That's our biggest thing right now. I was trying to talk to some of our guys today. Didn't even realize it was technically a holiday, and I'm sitting here like throwing messages at them like early this morning. I was like, "Shit, my bad, guys. Like, I'll leave you alone today."
Right, you get 3 days off. All right,
Yeah.
You get Labor Day, Memorial Day, Christmas.
Yeah,
all right, maybe
that's it.
Easter,
maybe Thanksgiving. But you got football games on Thanksgiving, so somebody's got to cover them.
but maybe the way I would handle it would be like, okay, you can be at your family party, whatever.
Yeah.
And if you want to set up a show real quick, do it.
Yeah.
Or you can write down everything and then, go live after the last game because there is only 3 games that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could talk about all 3 games at the end of the night. You can have all your stats ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would let them have a little bit of leadway to actually enjoy their dinner and everything else.
Yeah, as I said, I totally forgot it was. For some reason, I was thinking it was yesterday, and I saw the post this morning, and I looked down at my phone, and I'd already sent like 4 messages off this morning, and it's like, my bad.
Like, guys, we need to record.
Enjoy your day off.
Right? Like that. Like that's the other issue. Now, we still have real jobs, and like everyone's like, dude, it's the 4th. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm gonna try and get caught up on some of my podcasting shit. Mm-hmm. and everyone's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, dude, this is this is the only day I have to like kind of play catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I've been at it since probably 8 o'clock this morning, 8:30 this morning.
Oh my.
doing stuff, just trying to do things and find new stuff and add new.
So are you gonna set up a channel like certain times for shows, or
That'd be
like
cool.
I got, well, like in the on your Twitter page or whatever, as
Mhm.
like your pinned statement, you could have all your shows and what time, what days, and maybe not the hours, but the days. That way, like
Right.
what days people are looking for, because I know everyone's schedules are hectic, especially when this isn't your main gig.
Right. Yeah. That's been the hardest part, is just trying to work around schedules and being like, like last minute things come up and everything too. And it's like, okay, well, like we'll have to push this one off, or this one's gonna have to be pushed off. And it's that can be frustrating, but at the same time also have to understand, where everybody's coming from right now. And we're not here making $100 million off a show.
Right.
So not right now, at least.
Like, you got to be able to move on the fly. Like, we were
Yeah.
supposed to go at what, 3, but my first show, I don't know if you slept in or what, but obviously
Right.
we moved our show up and we're good to go.
Hmm.
Now you get a couple hours of maybe being some family time.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed watching it. I mean, we're literally went from in April or March, we had 150 followers on Twitter. We didn't even have a real YouTube page up. Our Instagram page was, our biggest following was on Facebook, and it was 250 people. And most of it was people I knew.
Well, that's where it starts.
It's crazy how quickly it's just went from something so small to where it is.
Now I'm just curious. You're like you're way ahead of me, but at the same time, I found you and we get to talk, so that
Mhm.
helps. That helps immensely when you find good people that are willing to help and
Right.
talk. Have anyone reached out to you saying, "Hey, I got an idea. I want to be part of the show"?
Not really. Most of the time, it's been me reaching out to me, posting. I was posting or retweeting or something, throwing it out there like, "Hey, we're looking for people to be part of this," because it's not stopping where it is right now. It's going to be big. Our plan is to make it bigger into
Sorry, my dog's trying to get a daily cameo in.
if I I'm surprised none of mine have jumped up here yet, but
Yeah, can you hear her?
I guess it's, yeah, I heard her. I
That
guess
is my
it's
dog, not my stomach.
I guess it's nap time, so that's fine.
Yeah, she's
But-
right beside me right now. Like, I'm on camera, damn it.
There's 3 of mine laying next to me, and 2 of them are laying on the couch.
Yeah, you have 4 dogs too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
but
how was
yeah.
your wife through all this? Was she supportive? Is she like, this is nuts, this is crazy?
It gives and takes. Some days it's really, really good, and some days she's like, you talk to everybody else more than you talk to me today. It's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. But she said she did tell me, she said, it's like once it starts making as much money as I am as a teacher, then which shouldn't be hard as long as it takes off.
Well, you're on the right path. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure she sees it.
Right.
I mean, obviously you're a teacher, so she knows you're going to put the work behind it.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to use your handy dandy notebooks.
No.
I think you said, I think when we talked before, you said you write everything down still too,
Mhm.
right?
For the most part, like we did our jersey talk, the City Connect jerseys, the MLB ones the other day, and I literally took a notebook and went through, and
So
I
which
was
one
like
was
a
your favorite?
page and a half. The Angels.
The Angels. I did not
Yeah.
see. I didn't
Yeah.
even pay attention. I'm a bad person when it comes to that.
Yeah, you have to watch we had a whole thing, and I kind of took it to a new level and added the presentation and stuff into the background, and we were off to the side in 2 little spots, and we like throw pictures up of the jerseys up and everything. So yeah, you have to check that one
I'll
out.
have to.
It's a lot of-
Is it on the
info.
page?
Mhm.
Is it on?
It's on you.
If
It's
I
on
tweeted
YouTube.
it, I probably didn't watch it. I'm
It's on,
I'm bad. I'm bad at that. Like, I'll tweet it
Yeah.
out for the people, but if I get a chance to listen to it at work, I'll listen to it at work.
Right.
But
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of the same way sometimes. It's like I got so much other things going on. Like, I'll every once in a while I'll throw it in the background and listen to it if I'm working at the computer or something. And go from there. But yeah, I try to listen to other ones, and
I
because
do.
you can learn from just listening to other people and how they run their shows.
At the same time, though, I feel that always listening to someone else, you feel like, oh, I could copy this guy, or I
Right.
could run it like that.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing about whenever you actually do podcasting. You
Mhm.
listen and you're like, oh, maybe I could do it like this, or
Right.
then you lose your own style.
Hmm.
But you still want to listen because they're your buddies or your friends. You've met them on here.
Yeah.
And it's and I feel like that is that's one of the major takeaways, but it's not a major one, but I mean it's a
No.
big one. Like oh, you're copying my style. No,
I was like, it wasn't intentional if I did.
you're right. It was just something I liked the way you did it, so
Yeah.
naturally I threw it in there.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
no, but I don't know. We're all pretty excited and pretty pumped with the way it's blown up, and just hope it continues.
right. I hope it continues too, and I hope we continue talking because I
Yeah.
like it. Maybe I still want to come on and do an episode, and I know that
Mhm.
we've been trying to work something out with your Cardinal guys, but
Yeah.
seem to be on different pages.
Yeah, well, they run 3 shows. They do 3 shows a night, but the two of the 7th inning, and then one of the Cardinal Chronicles, and they're constantly listening and watching MLB stuff, and then they're those 2 guys are awesome. They do a lot, and they're the 2 guys I can turn to and ask them questions, and they'll be pretty honest about it. So
I like, I love that. I love that you're doing this.
Mhm.
Like I said, I know we talked before and talked. I said, why aren't you guys a network? Like that was my first question to you, I think, when we actually did meet on here.
Mhm.
And you said, well, people have been throwing it around, and it's just like,
Yeah.
why didn't you just do it?
Yeah, not my final straw with it was we had one of the fantasy football guys, Tim. He sent a message to me like off to the side. And he's like, "Hey," it's like not trying to sound like rude or anything. He's like, but it's kind of contradictive to have a bunch of podcasts within something called a podcast. I was like, no, you're right. Like, and that's when I started reaching out to all our other guys and talking to them. And I was like, hey, I think we should make this switch over to where it says network instead of podcast, and that's turned out pretty well.
Variety Sports Podcasting Network.
Yeah.
Just so you kept the whole original and just added to it.
Right. Well, and then apparently VSP is like a nasty kind of little virus thing. I don't know. So kind of got away from that.
That was my next question. How much research did you do on the logo to make sure no one else had that?
So absolutely no. This is 100% like I built 4 different logos on Canva. And 4 different,
I like Canva.
4 different styles. That's the only thing I use for all of our stuff for the most part.
Obviously, I didn't have it fully ready for today, but we just did this real quick, so I had to go with the generic 30-second countdown.
That's fine. But that's all right. I mean, I threw up 3 or 4. I don't think I have any of them anymore. I think I took them all away. They're all gone. But I had like 4 different ones, and we got to this one and just realized like that's like it was it. Like this was the one that
I was going to ask you, did you do like a big share? Did you have everyone on screen and say, "Hey guys, this"? Did you share it and all that, or
I shared that
do you run your meetings on StreamYard too, like your group meetings?
So when it decided to, I took some of our not higher guys, but the guys who've done more shows and have been part of it for quite a while, and I kind of showed them like, hey, this is what it's up to. Like, this is what it's down to. And I put each logo on one page, and I was like, which one of these is your favorite one? And most of them chose the one that you're looking at now. But we do have a little alternate patch. I call it our patch logo now.
This was the winner.
Yeah. It's just simple. It's clean. It's not a lot. There's not a lot being thrown at you. So
I love not flashy stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I love it. Even though my partner that he'd be like, dude, I wanted, I mean, it took forever to like when you had yourself and just had a vote on a logo, like whenever we did Running Force, it was 2 words we both hated and just put them together. So that was because he wanted Force for like power in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the flashy guy. So I was like, I hate it. And he's
Right.
like, I don't like running. And I was like, we're just going to be running force. So
Running
that's
force.
kind of like how that ended up.
Right. Yeah, no, this it took, I mean, it was a solid week long figuring things out and, trying to put the right pieces together and everything, and just where we are now. So it's like I said, it's been pretty exciting.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I can't wait to be part of the show one day,
Yeah.
just being on the show as a guest. I mean,
Mhm.
that's just, you just do so many, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah, it's definitely been a learning experience, trying to manage it all and you know talking to different people and learning how different people communicate and everything too. It's been fun for me at
One
least.
day you're gonna need that guy that talks to fans too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of like what I do.
Oh, I know.
Obviously, mine got canceled this morning, but I'm dealing with the West Coast guy versus East Coast guy. So maybe he's thinking midnight. Maybe he's thinking 9 o'clock tonight. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So
That's
it
what
happens.
it is. That's
We'll
what it is.
make up.
I'm glad we were able to finally do that. I know, I've technically getting the first, I guess, interview kind of.
It's all right. You
So,
move on. You move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So you go to who's next.
Yeah.
That's just what you have to do in this business.
Mhm.
You still need to put something out there, even if the first thing fails.
Right.
So, I mean, I do have another person that I'm waiting for to get back from vacation today.
Mhm.
He's in the Scotty Fishbowl fantasy league.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be interesting whenever he gets back. He said, "Yeah, hit me up." I already sent him the link, and he's like, "Well, I'm coming back Monday, so we'll figure it out." And I'm like,
Yeah.
So I'm curious I don't know anything about the fantasy football fish league.
Oh, the fishbowl is a big thing now.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, and he said they do the draft live, like in one of the like
do it in like a hotel
registration
room.
rooms in
Yeah.
Canton, Ohio, like in
Mhm.
the Hall of Fame, and I can't wait to hear about all this.
Yeah, it's the fishbowl is something else. It's big. Like there's so many people involved with it. It's not even funny.
Well, the funny thing is, like, I just reached out to him, was like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" And he's like, "I'll come on your show," and I'm like, "I didn't even ask you what you do." and then like he sent me pictures, and then so we're going from there. I knew nothing about it.
No, that's awesome. And that's how you kind of that's what you got to do sometimes.
So you just throw shit to the wind sometimes, and sometimes the wind comes back,
Mm-hmm.
and you just hope it's not a bag full of shit.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those.
You don't even know. There's this one person that is so not lazy, but highly thinking.
Mm.
Like if her dog goes in the yard, she'll tie it to her car to throw it away in the dumpster on her handle, so she knows to stop.
Right.
But she said there's some days where she forgets to stop at the dumpster. So if she's on the highway or something, yeah, there might be shit everywhere. Yeah, literally shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, Brandon, I hope things work out for you and the network. I think they will. I don't see any problem with how you're running the show here.
I hope not.
Just remember, if it gets to be too much on you, don't be afraid to take that step back instead of pushing the envelope, because that's kind of like whenever you run overload and then you're like, I don't want to do this right now.
Right.
So take a step back before it gets to that point, and you'll be good.
I hit that little mark last week before we dropped the new logo and everything, trying to get like the little intro video done, and like we had a meeting with everybody to kind of explain like how Friday was going to go and how what it's going to look like when we dropped it and everything, and that it got a little intense, but we're good now. We're all right.
I liked your intro video. I thought that was a really good one. I did watch it.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the few that I actually watched because I wanted to see it.
Yeah,
I felt like I was part of the push towards the network name.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you were doing something with Bodkins and the Real Shit Show podcast, whatever. I always mess it up, but I didn't know if you were bringing those guys in or not.
No, not that I know of. Not as of now.
I wasn't sure the way it was kind of worded was like, hey, and I was like, well, maybe he asked him to do some Packer covers for him, or I wasn't sure.
But no, I mean, like I said, it's something growing and something fun, and it's head in the right direction. Like you said, I think it's going to be a bigger thing than I think.
Remember, if it gets overwhelming, just step back for a little
Yeah.
bit and like let it calm down, and then
Mhm.
dig back in.
Our big thing that we have coming up with we have our we're doing our first like live reaction thing.
Yeah, what is that?
So next, what is it? The Home Run Derby, 18th and 19th. So our first live reaction thing is going to be the Home Run Derby. So we're going to have our baseball guys come on. Whoever else is going to be on, and they're basically going to live react the Home Run Derby.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. And eventually, it's going to blow. It's going to expand into other things. We talked about live reacting with the Cardinals games and everything like that. So it'll get there. Yeah.
Sweet. It's kind of like my episodes I got coming up called In the Gate, where people are going to be taking little videos and showing us what's going on at the concert or inside the ballpark. I can't wait. I can't wait.
That'll be fun.
Apparently, LA has bad service with their phone connections because the guy's like, dude, I got one bar and I'm inside both stadiums, and it was supposed to start this week, but he had no service where he was. So I was like, I can't let this go like that,
Yeah.
Like he sent me a picture and he's like, this is the best I'm going to be able to do. And I was like, all right, cool. But I did get a Trey Turner bobblehead, so I'm pretty excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, did you see it?
I haven't seen it. No, our buddy, one of our seventh inning stretch guys would have a freaking heart attack if he had something like that. He loves Trey Turner. That's awesome.
He's like sliding into the base.
Yeah. That's awesome. He's really hoping he becomes a Cardinal before the end of his career.
He's not going to become a Cardinal. You guys got a pretty good shortstop already.
Yeah.
I like Edman. I don't know how long they're going to be able to hold Oriano and Goldschmidt, but
yeah, well, I think Goldschmidt will retire here, to be honest.
You think he's going to retire Cardinal?
I think so. I don't think he'll go anywhere else. I don't know about Arenado. I don't know what's going to happen with him. He only has a year, I think, left. I think option after this year, but I don't see him. I don't see him going anywhere.
This is going to be a big market for free agents if these people aren't signed by the end of the year, because I think we have Bogarts is a free agent or Raffy's the free agent, one of the two. Mm-hmm. But they went out and signed Story, which really has a lot of Boston people thrown off.
Yeah, they threw everybody off when they did that.
But we're going to have that discussion, I think, Saturday. I have Jeffrey Fry coming on the show. Mm-hmm. So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's just my little update.
I don't think we have anything else going on right now besides our live update thing. Other than that,
which is what, next week?
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Now, are you gonna be able to share the game on like one of the side screens? Like, do you have MLB Stream? Do you have the stream?
One of them has they have Dish Network Stream. We just don't know.
Because you should be able to put it as like one of your own cameras.
That's
then you should be able to click on it and be able to watch it live right there.
Yeah.
So and then you guys could all sit in the back and talk about it. Mm-hmm. Just an idea.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but that's just an idea.
We would love to do something like that, like to where we can actually have.
I think you'd be able to do it on StreamYard. I think you'd be able to do this.
Were you just afraid, like when it got to YouTube, that YouTube would throw the copyright slam on it because of just it being? But we'll see. We'll look and see what we can.
All you can do is try. Yeah. All you can do is try, right?
Yeah.
Or you could probably even set up your own camera and put it on the TV.
Right.
And that way, it's your video.
Yeah. It's not theirs.
I don't know all the rules. I don't know all the rules about that, but those are just thoughts.
Yeah. No, that's a lot of it, looking into trademarking and everything too. It's a big process and a lot behind it. That's for sure.
Right. Well, Brent, I want to thank you for coming on today. I know I said about a half hour, but we got 45 minutes.
That's fine.
So
it works.
But yeah, I'd love to come on and do a show, or we'll do something.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Maybe I'll have one of my booking guests come on and be like, "Hey, I got this guy coming on. Anyone want to join me?"
Yeah.
So I'm not afraid to share. I'm not afraid. I love seeing people grow. So
no, it's been awesome to watch your stuff kind of expand and get bigger, and along with everybody else's that's been a part of the groups on that we are on the Twitter, and to see them all expand and grow pretty quickly. It's really cool.
I like it. I like here's our logo.
I like that. Yeah, I like how you have that broke up into two different things. Yeah,
right. Because I'm a sports guy, and he's the Resident Evil guy and all that. So he kind of handles the other side of the whole ball game, and I just kind of handle the sports world.
Right.
But he likes sports, so I don't cut him all the way off. Yeah. And then here's your logo. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, but Brandon, it's been fun, man. I'll sit here and BS even off camera with you. You know that.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I want to get back to my day here. I might go out with my dad's now and hang out by the pool for a little bit.
It does sound nice.
So, but hey, it has been fun, Brandon. You want to tell people how to get you?
Yeah. So you can. We're literally everywhere you can find us. You found us on Twitter. I just break my mic. Sorry. You find us on Twitter at variety_sports_. And our Twitter is actually the same way, or not our Twitter, Instagram is the same way. Facebook wise, just search Variety Sports Network in the little search bar and pages and stuff. You'll find us there. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Amazon. I mean, we're literally everywhere you could find us. YouTube, same way. Search Variety Sports Network. We're going to be there. So
Sweet.
We're the only ones that I know. We're called the only ones out there. Variety Sports Network. There's other.
You guys are the only ones I know with that name, but it's network now, not podcast.
Correct.
That was one. That's the hardest part about going from one name to the next, like we talked about earlier, to make sure no one has it.
Yeah.
Because this world is so easy to find money else everywhere. But hey, Brandon, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, and absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
This is your host at Sports Talking It on Who's at the Table today. We had Brandon bringing news about how to do the from podcast to network.
Yeah.
And Brandon, I will see you in the group chat, and you have a good day.
You as well. Thanks for having me.
All right. Have a good one.
See ya.